Everyone, welcome to the weekly update this week. A lot of cool things are happening as they always are here, and I am going to jump right in with the coolest thing that happened this week. Guy told me to get rid of a tank. We've had this particular tank, which is 120 gallon roughly, one of the nicest tanks that we have. It's either salt or fresh with the stand. It's $3,100 is what we've had it at, which is the normal MSRP on it, and right now we've discounted it to $2,000 for the first person who reacts to it. And believe it or not, it even comes with a trigger sump. So if you have been in the market or you want a second tank, this is 2 of 3 tanks that we're getting rid of because we've had them too long and we need the space in the store. So first person gets it. Also real quick, Tim Russell, you won the Sure Start from last week's video. Now let's get on to the update.
Today we're going to talk about Ricinus longipinus. These can be found swimming in the Congo River Basin with the Congo tetras and the Discototus sexfasciatus. Say that 3 times fast. These are the Congo red-eye tetras or Alestes tetras. Beautiful fish topping out at around 5 inches. They're pretty boisterous and rambunctious, so they're perfect roommates for Congo tetras, giant danios, barbs, things like that. Alestes tetra.
All right, I have your plant spotlight of the week. This week, I'm going to be talking about my pennywort right here. If you did not know, pennywort can be grown above water. That is what I'm attempting to do here. It has a lot of the roots underneath in the water, and it's just growing up over the red root floaters. So I elevated it, and we're going to see what it does. But we also have some in stock right now, and so come in and check it out.
Hi, it's Kevin. We got some really cool stuff to show you this week. I got a lot of cool things in. One fish that gets a good bit of size to it, but is still a good community fish, the roseline shark. These guys do fantastic as well in planted tanks, as they will not eat your plants. We got some really nice looking tangerine lobsters in. He's really showing off really well for you. These guys are omnivorous. So they like vegetable matter in the form of like algae tablets and stuff like that. But they also need some meaty foods. Most of the algae tabs do have some meat in it as well. So it's a perfect diet for most of these guys. I have a lot of good sized lemon yellow Libetochromis. If you're looking for a good colorful African cichlid, look no further. These are one of the most brilliant batches of yellow I've seen in a while, and they got good size to them. We've got in some really cool Malawi cichlids. These are marmalade cat TREWAVASAEs. They are unique in the way that their mouth is actually under their face more so than in the middle or on the, above like most other African cichlids, mostly because they are grazer. I have an awesome selection of small peacocks, and if you're looking to start out a new peacock tank, I have a bunch of small males that are ready to go. We got in a nice looking batch of electric blue ACARAs. I got these from a local breeder that I always get stellar fish from. They look awesome. These guys are a semi-aggressive cichlid that will top out about 6 inches in length. If you're looking for a good showy full-bodied tetra to go in your community tank, I would highly recommend the black phantom tetras. They look really good this week. The males are going to have more black and longer fins, and the females will have shorter fins and have a few red fins. A very adorable little tank mate as well as proficient at eating algae. These are PANDA GARRA. These guys won't get very large. They usually top out about 3, maybe 3.5 inches maximum size. They are an excellent algae eating fish and usually do really well in a planted aquarium. On the live bearers this week, I think the most intensely colored ones that I have in right now would definitely be this batch of mollies. Mostly lyre-tail mollies, but I've got a great assortment of colors on them. Really good community fish. If you're looking for a really good flash of color for a nano tank, we've got some awesome looking ENDLERS in a bunch of different colors. These little guys are a type of guppy. They're a live bearer. They do awesomely though in small tanks, especially heavily planted. Got a great selection in colors of the little GLO-FISH DANIOS. The GLO-FISH are not a naturally occurring thing, no, but they're not dyed or dye injected, and they're done in a humane way. But they're genetically modified using the DNA from either a jellyfish or a sea anemone, depending on the color, and the offspring turn out this color. Fish that kind of look like little tiny frogs. These are calico telescope goldfish. These guys are awesome. They've got great colors, great finnage, and the eyes are proportionate on the sides. Really cool looking little goldfish, especially if you get a good sense of humor.
Hey guys, Kat here again with our product spotlight of the week. And this week we have Dan from HIKARI here with us, and he's going to tell you a little bit about what we're giving away this week in our weekly giveaway for YouTube.
Okay, perfect. All right, so we got two versions of foods here out of HIKARI. We've got a freshwater and a saltwater diet. The first one is Cichlid Excel. Excel for HIKARI usually means vegetation based. So this is great for your Malawi's and your Tanganyikans and anything that's strict vegetation. Great color enhancer for add-ons into your Central South American cichlids. So if you're trying to enhance the colors there, you've got color enhancement in one bag. Just mix it in with your high protein foods and you're good as gold. There's a sinking and a floating version of this in small and medium pellets. In the marine side, we have Seaweed Extreme. This is one of the coolest diets ever developed for marine foods. Very similar to your sheets of seaweed, however, not high baked at high temperatures for short periods of time, baking out nutrition. However, it is baked a longer process and also is included with an attractant in the food so that even though it distributes throughout the tank, the fish always go back and clean it up before it breaks down into phosphates. So both nutritional diets and both for the giveaway this week.
All right, guys, so there you have it. We've got a freshwater and a saltwater food for you to try this week. Choose one, either or, choose both. We'll give them both to you if you win. All you got to do is comment down below. Tell us what you like about HIKARI. Give us some suggestions. What's your favorite products? Is there anything else you might like to know about the HIKARI line? We appreciate you guys watching. Make sure you comment, and hopefully you will win this week. And Dan, thanks so much for coming.
Thank you. Appreciate the support.
Bye, guys.
One thing this time of year I always like to mention, because we're still at the very beginning of it, is pond season. If you are contemplating a pond, if you have a pond, the fish and all the dry goods items, that includes conditioners and pumps and things like that, they're all 20% off, which we very rarely run a sale like this, but it is good all the way to Mother's Day. So for the next week, week and a half, it's a really good time to come spend some money on your pond. And maybe, if not the equipment, maybe a fish.
Hey guys, Hayden here. So today we're going to be talking about bubble tip anemones. I know I've mentioned them before, but I have so many right now, I figured I'd mention them again. Care-wise, you definitely want an older established tank. So somewhere right around a year would be perfect, because they can be a little delicate. You want your parameters very stable. An auto top off is recommended for these guys, but calcium, you can actually swing these a little bit, but stable is the most important. So calcium, you can go in between like 380, 450, magnesium 1250 to 1500, KH anywhere between 8 and 10. But if you're looking for a really cool, unique coral that your clownfish sometimes would love to host, definitely come check out the bubble tip anemones.
Hey y'all, it's Diana with your saltwater portion of the weekly update. As you can see behind me, we have a lot of those blue tanks coming in, so make sure you come in and check those out. Kevin and I are also going to go into one of our distributors this week and hand pick out fish for y'all, so make sure you come out and check it out next week. Alrighty, these little guys here are a cinnamon clown pair. The pair being the bigger one is your female, the smaller one is your male. Your cinnamon clowns are going to be a little bit more semi-aggressive than your ocellaris clowns and should be housed with more semi-aggressive fish. They are reef safe, invert safe, all that fun stuff. This guy here is the black cap basslet. These guys only get about 4 inches and look absolutely stunning. These guys are reef safe, though they will eat your pods and stuff like that. They can be a little territorial, so make sure we don't keep them with other basslets. This little guy here is the blue Atlantic tang. As you can see, he is not blue yet. Your juveniles are going to come in looking a little bit more yellow, so it is a great fish to have when they're younger, just to see that change. They are only going to get about 9 inches and are reef safe. This beautiful guy here is the male squareback Anthias. Now these guys are going to get around 8 inches long. These guys are going to do best if you feed them small quantities multiple times a day. They will also, in a situation where they're all females, the biggest female will become the male. So that is something to keep in mind. This absolutely stunning guy right here that went to hide it is the powder brown tang. This guy will get around 8 inches long. Make sure we are cautious whenever we're housing with other acanthurus type tangs, as they may become aggressive towards one another. This guy is a tang, so always recommend feeding them seaweed and stuff like that. This guy is the green bird wrasse. These guys are not reef safe, as they will eat your inverts, so just keep that in mind. This guy's going to get around a foot long, 11 inches. These guys like to have a lot of meaty food, frozen mice and stuff like that, and he's also a jumper, so make sure we are keeping a lid on our tanks. Alrighty, these pretty guys here are the pajama cardinals. Pajama cardinals are only going to get about 3.5 inches. They are reef safe. They like to school, so make sure we are keeping them in a good small school in our tanks. They are a peaceful community, so make sure we're not putting them with anybody that will nip at them or anything. This absolutely stunning guy right here is the neon wrasse. Now this guy is going to get around 7 inches long. This guy is not really reef safe, as he will nip at your inverts as he gets bigger. He is so pretty and great for any bigger tank. This little guy right here is the yellow watchman goby. The yellow watchman goby is going to get about 4 inches. This guy right here is paired up with a pistol shrimp, which is why he's hanging around that cave. They have a symbiotic relationship. That pistol shrimp is going to kind of sit there and create a little cave for the watchman goby, and he's going to sit there and protect him.
As always, thank you for watching the weekly update this week. There's a lot of new things coming in, and you're going to want to pay special attention, especially this month in May. There's a lot of saltwater fish. Diana and Kevin are hitting the road tomorrow to actually go hand pick stuff for this week. You definitely want to see that. And you might also want to come by in the next few days and register to win this. Sunday afternoon, the tank giveaway for the week is a 75 drilled. Now you can of course get an undrilled one if you have freshwater and you win and you want that and you don't want to do a saltwater. And if you've got a kid, or you are a kid between 4 and 12, the EBI shrimp tank is the giveaway this week on Sunday. So pay close attention to what's going on here. God bless, have a great weekend, and do come see us.